What are you doing on the ground? Get up.
Much better. Just kidding. Hello, everybody. Hold on. In this video, we are doing something different. Not really, because we're going to be reviewing some more oil pastels. These were sent to me by a lovely person that shall not be named because they didn't put a name on the box that they sent me. They actually sent me a whole bunch of stuff. These are the iridescent oil pastels from Sennelier. Metallic or iridescent. What's the difference between metallic and iridescent? Sorry it's taking me a while to review these oil pastels, but now's the time. Ooh. But before we begin, this video is sponsored by Shopify. Thank you, Shopify, for sponsoring. We'll talk more about you later, because right now we have to draw. Meet me at the desk. Ooh. I see you got your cat reflex. Bam! Look how pretty this box is. Oh my gosh. These right here are the Sennelier Iridescent Oil Pastels. Super creamy, super moist. I'm really excited to try these out. This is the back of the box. Let's go ahead and open it up. I'll use my fingernail for this one. Ooh. Gentle, gentle.
Oh, it's ready.
I feel like I'm opening jewelry. Let's put her down. Oh. Oh my god, it fits it. Look how pretty that is. It's a little booklet. Look at the little booklet. I will never read this. Wow, that's a lot of colors. And of course we have the fancy memory foam. Oh my god. Look at this gold. Wow. Now I really like Sennelier, but one thing, they're just so tiny. Look at this. Come on, give me a little bit more. Give me something chunkier. But as always, I'm going to start with blue. This is the blue. Look how pretty that is. Oh, damn. Now, it's not really that pigmented. Like, you don't really see a lot of blue, but you see a lot of kind of a metallic. I'm assuming that is what it is. Let's try this red. Oh, I take that back. This is gorgeous. Now, let's do some close-ups. Ooh. Ooh. Look at this pearl color. Look at that. That's pearl. Now let's draw something. Well, here we are, about to use these metallic, iridescent Sennelier oil pastels. Let's go ahead and begin. Got some paper. Hurry up. Thank you. Now, I will say, I was really excited to start this. I wanted this to be almost like a CP3O, like a golden goddess. Like, I wanted this to be, really pretty. For starters, I did not like the sketch at all, but I tried to persevere. So I went in with a very light copper color, as you can see, and then I went in with the dark. I just wanted to get a rough idea on where my values would be. I usually like to go in with the red color just to see where the vibe is going. But since I didn't have a red, I had like this coppery color. That's the best thing I could do, honestly. Then we went in with some blue. That blue didn't do anything. That blue is so translucent. Everything else outshines this blue. So if you've been watching my videos for a while, you can kind of tell when I'm giving up on something. This is when I'm starting to experiment. It's like, what else can happen? What's the worst thing that can happen? I end up loving it or I end up hating it, because I already hate this. But this is my giving up era where I'm like, trying to salvage what is unsalvageable at this point. And I ended up pretty much just scraping all of this off. But let me tell you, that gold was very pretty. Anyways, I was getting a little upset, but then I had an idea. Maybe I could salvage it with some original Sennelier oil pastels. This is what it looked like. It was very shiny. Let's go ahead and begin. Since I had a base down already, I was thinking maybe just going in with some, rainbow colors, just going very random. I had a little hope. I thought maybe I could establish more of the highlights, really kind of block some areas in. As you can see, I kind of scraped a lot of places away, but it just was not looking right. And then I did these eyes and I'm like, what the hell? What the hell is that? And as always, I gave up. Scrape it, scrape, scrape. Scrape it away. Rip it out. Rip it. Rip it. It was so satisfying. So yeah, I ripped it. I got my feelings out and then, kept on ripping. Then I got some cotton candy and ate a little bit. That was some good cotton candy though. Sorry, I'm interrupting. Let's go ahead and take a little break from these oil pastels so I can tell you about today's sponsor, Shopify. Now, Shopify offers an easy-to-use all-in-one commerce platform where anyone can build and design a store, no coding needed. And that means you can finally start that business or side hustle that you've been wanting to do for a long time. With Shopify, you can sell services, products, even digital downloads through your website in no time. And you can sell your products online, in person, and on all major social media platforms. Shopify also believes in inclusion and reducing the barriers of business ownership to make commerce better for everyone. Also, I need to mention how easy it is to customize your own Shopify website. Shopify made designing and adding products to my website a piece of cake. With all of their useful templates and with Shopify's easy layout, it was very straightforward. As a matter of fact, after this video, you should check out my new freshly updated website. I'm gonna have a little print launch. It will also be including prints of this upcoming drawing that you're about to see. But let's not skip ahead, because if you're thinking about jumpstarting your business, I have a free Shopify trial for you by going to shopify.com/blackbeancms, or the link is also down below in the description. You can start your website today with Shopify. Thank you once again, Shopify, for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to drawing. Let's get back into cooking with some metallic oil pastels. Meet me back at the desk, please. Thank you. So let's start brand new, maybe with a bigger piece of paper, because I feel like that's a struggle with me. Also, this is the that's the reference photo. I was feeling it. I was very much in my feelings at that moment. But anyways, I do feel that bigger paper, especially when using oil pastels, gives you a lot more leeway to blend, you know, because you're not focused on little details. There's not a fine point in oil pastels. I remember a long time ago, someone said, "Can you sharpen oil pastels?" I said, "If you want to waste money." But as you can see, I'm doing something a little different with this one because I went in with the sketch. Usually I don't do no Wolfwaffen and I go in straight with oil pastels. But since I wanted to get this right, I went in with some color pencil because it stops me from trying to erase too much. That's why I love color pencil, because it's kind of the same thing. I'm going straight in with something that I can't necessarily take away. So I went in with this very vibrant, juicy plum color in the regular Sennelier. These are all Sennelier only because I wanted to keep it on brand. But look how pretty. Let me tell you, one of the things I love about Sennelier, a little goes a long way. They are so oily, creamy, juicy that just putting down just the smallest bit of color will really give you enough shadow. Like, look at that. They might be expensive, I will say, and they're rather small, but a little does go a long way, so it's kind of nice. So my plan for this portrait was to do something very juicy in the background and maybe add some metallic effects just to see how well this performs in, like, maybe something that I would actually do. I would never use those metallics for a full drawing, but I wanted to test it out. But this would be more of an example of something that I would normally do with these oil pastels, with the metallics. I'm not using them yet. These are still just the regular Sennelier. But I'm gonna let y'all watch for a second. I'm back only to talk about how difficult these hands were. Listen, I'm not the best at anything, but I will say these hands had me in the chokehold. Because these oil pastels are so juicy, so creamy, I did use just a little bit, started blending with my hands just to kind of get a good base down. Same thing I did with the face, but the only difference is I know kind of the angles of a face, of a human face, you know what I mean? But with the hands, I kind of struggled. So I made them very loose, as you can see. Then make them as, tightly rendered as the face. And then don't get me started on, please just don't talk. Let's not talk about the clothes. That is something I'm still very much trying to learn. It is very hard with oil pastels, but we are getting there. We just need more practice. That's it. Doesn't this angle just look so goofy? Look at that. It's like, oops, oopsies, I tooted. Anyway, I did the hair. I roughly did the ears because we don't talk about the ears either. I love doing afros. One thing about me is I'm always gonna try and do an afro when it comes to oil pastels. It's my favorite pastime, and this is kind of a good example on a little goes a long way. Do you see how little oil pastels I put down with Sennelier? Do you see how much I'm putting down with these oil pastels and how much is blending out with Sennelier? See, I said it right this time. Anyways, this is when I wanted to go a little bit creepier. So I ended up taking this little copper. I put some regular red down, and then I took some copper and put that over the red. And now it has this really nasty shine to it. Ooh, ooky, spooky. So if you've been watching me for a hot minute, you know I don't really have too many deep meanings, behind my art pieces. There is a meaning behind this one that I'll tell y'all sometime in the future, but there's a reason why there's gold and, metallic inside everything. And I went with this, very fun little design on the background with these metallic iridescent oil pastels because I knew they would just shine. Look at this. Oh, y'all can't see nothing yet, but they reflect like it's gold leaf. It is amazing, like gold gilding. Look at this. And as far as all the golds and the even that copper, they're very, very opaque. They're not really translucent at all. You can just put one line down and it's just so vibrant. Oh, it's so shiny. I'm gonna let y'all finish watching. And here it is. Oh, it's so look at the reflection of the iridescent colors. Oh, the detail on the eyes. Oh, the texture. I'm gonna let y'all watch. Here it is. The metallic taste. Excuse me. Oh, the metallic flavor. The metallic taste. The taste of metal. I don't know what to call this thing. Ew, look at it. It's very spooky. Anyways, it's time for the final thoughts. So, final thoughts. Let's get into it. I'm gonna make this quick because I know no one really watches this. As you saw, these oil pastels are very pigmented in their iridescentness. Especially with the gold, you get that almost gold, what's it called? Gold leaf. And of course, since they're Sennelier, they're gonna be super creamy, almost like lipstick. They're very sticky. They're very easy to lay down and layer. Let me tell you, they work like a dream. They're a dream. It's Sennelier. What do you expect? What's also pretty neat about these is some of the colors are very translucent, which means you could possibly glaze. I've not tried the glazing, but I feel like you'd be able to glaze over oil pastels with some of the translucent colors that come with this set, especially this beautiful pearl. Oh, there you go. That's also one of the cons in these oil pastels. Some of them are a little too translucent for my liking, but for the most part, they're pretty creamy, pretty opaque, some of them. You get a 50-50 with these. I will say another con to these oil pastels is that you can't really make something with just these. Scratch that. I think you can, but it's very hard to make something with just these oil pastels. You're gonna really have to put in some effort if you're just making something with just these oil pastels, especially portraits. These are great for backgrounds, jewelry, and like I said, glazes, highlights on the face. But as a standalone with just using these, you might run into some trouble. My overall thoughts on these iridescent / metallic Sennelier oil pastels, very rich, very expensive. They're worth your money. You're gonna get good use out of these if you use them well and use them for the right parts in your artwork. Or any parts in your artwork. You know what? Let me not put you in a box. You can use these for whatever you want. But that's all, folks. Thank you so much for hopping in back onto this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new. If you have any questions, concerns, please let me know down below. And if you have any suggestions on what I should do next, please let me know down below, because I need ideas. Also, don't forget to check out some prints on my store that's going to be open now, available now. So go ahead and snag a print if you want. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Ta-ta for now.